There we go. Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am so excited that you're here with me today. I'm finally starting to sound a little better. I can still hear a little congestion, but I guess, my goodness gracious, it's just gonna hang on forever apparently. So I thought we would start out today with just a little bit of gratitude. I wanted to show you some gifts that I've received in the mail, some random acts of kindness cards, and tell you about them because they've been sitting here stacking up and I just don't want to forget to share them. So really quick, I got this gorgeous card in the mail from Steph, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, but she sent me this along with a beautiful box of chocolates from Hawaii, macadamia nut chocolates. So that was a huge blessing. Thank you so much for that, Steph. Very, very sweet. And then I got this adorable card, wishing you a happy Halloween. And it is from Hannah, and she included this sweet note that said, "You're so scary, it's sweet. Thank you so much for my iridescent rhinestone prizes. Best wishes, Hannah." And then this was so cute that she included inside of it, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. It says, "I didn't sign the card before I sent it off to you. Instead, it holds my warmest thoughts, invisible but true. And if you find a time you need to brighten someone's day, then take this card and sign it and send it on its way." So I think I'm going to make copies of this and or type it up, and maybe I'll make a PDF to share. And I'm going to print some of these and put them in cards that I send because I think this is such a great idea. So anyway, thank you so much, Hannah, for the great idea, the little poem, and the beautiful card. This card is from Carla Goodlace. Carla is a demonstrator, but she participates in my color inspiration, and she also is really good about purchasing my events or my PDFs and things like that. So thank you so much, Carla, for this gorgeous card. And she's just thanking me for inspiration, weekly laughs, and all that I do, which is so nice to be appreciated. It feels so good. So thank you, Carla. Okay, these ones, or this one, I should say, is from Tona King, and she wrote, "Wendy and staff, thank you so much for taking such good care of your customers and offering your reward system. I love Stampin' Up! Products and get many hours of enjoyment from this hobby, Tona." Now, Tona included in this card her Stampin' Rewards punch card, which is provided on my website. It's free to download, and you fill it out. When you place a $50 online order with me, you get a punch. When you get 8 punches, then you get to redeem your punch card for $40 in free product of your choice. So I don't know if you all knew that, and I'm really horrible about talking about it, so I appreciate Tona helping me to remember. And beautiful card. Thank you, Tona. On the note of placing orders, I do want to talk really quickly about this is my free thank you card for any order that's placed in the month of October. By October 27th, you'll get this card in the mail from me. And if you place a $40 online order or more using this host code right here, you'll also receive these red rhinestone basic jewels, which are perfect for holiday season. And so that's my free gift with order for October. And then the starter kit is amazing right now. I've been talking about it. It's going to end on October 31st. When you place an order of when you purchase the starter kit, you only pay $99 plus tax. The shipping is free, but you get to choose $155 in product to put in the starter kit. So that's $56 in free product. Once you join and purchase the starter kit, you'll be part of the Lovely Stampers team, and you'll get all the benefits the Lovely Stampers get. They get my PDFs for free. I have a welcome kit that I send you in the mail, separate from what Stampin' Up! Sends you. I've got we have a monthly creative rally. We're going to be doing a craft together event in November, and I'll be hanging out on Zoom crafting together. We also have a new demonstrator event. So people who have just joined Lovely Stampers, that's happening in December, and it'll be kind of Christmas themed. So lots of fun stuff going on that's exclusive only to the Lovely Stampers. So just thought I would share that with you. This offer ends October 31st, so you want to take advantage of it. All right, today we are going to make, oh, today is the 25th, double fan fold card. I have my wires crossed. That's not what we're making. We're making an easy Christmas fun fold card, but you know, we'll make a fun fan fold card another day. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyways, we're gonna make our easy fun fold, and this coming Thursday on the 27th is my YouTube live card class. You can place an order the 4 days of the class, and after, if you place an order, then you will receive an extra fee gift from me and other things. So tune in on Thursday. So there's 2 lives this week. Okay, let's get started. Now, if you are watching and you're like brand new, you're like, why is this lady not addressing comments? It's just because it's really hard for me to keep track of everything I need to share and measurements and all of those things and talk at the same time. So at the end, we will have a Q&A time where I chat with you guys. Okay, starting on November 1st, this new bundle is going to be available. It's a collection, actually. And it's $97.50, so you could put this in a new starter kit if you wanted to. That's the only way you could get this right now. If you want this now, you could put it in a starter kit. If you don't want it right now and you can wait till November 1st, then you can just order it. But it's these 2 stamp sets. And these are the dies that coordinate. Is this not gorgeous? They're both beautiful. I love the fonts in both of them. But then look at these dies. There's oval dies that are just gorgeous. They cut out and they emboss. And then there's obviously dies to cut out the floral pieces. And then some that are just leaves and little holly looking things. So lots of dies to cut out all the things. And we are going to use this set today to make a card. And then I have extra samples to show you at the end. So you're going to want to stick around till the end of the video so you can see my extra samples. So this is all part of the collection. So both stamp sets, this is $97.50 is both stamp sets, the dies, these gold adhesive backed swirls, and this gorgeous designer series paper. So this is called Fitting Floret Designer Series paper, and this can so be used for Christmas and beyond. But the thing I need to tell you is this paper is not going to be in a future catalog. This is exclusive for November 1st through January 4th, and I think it's while supplies last. It's limited time only. I'm pretty sure this die and this stamp set are going to carry over, but let me look. It says it right on here. Okay, so the limited time stuff is this stamp set, the adhesive backed swirls, and the paper. Okay, limited time only. So let's look at this paper really fast. It's beautiful, and we did use this today for our card, but I wanted to show you guys all the pieces. You can obviously use this for spring. You could use it for summer. You could get away with it for Christmas. I'm going to show you how, because I know you're looking at it and you're thinking, I don't see Christmas paper there. I see Christmas paper here. It's non-traditional Christmas, and here too. Beautiful, right? So beautiful. And this is gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure the dies, let's double check. Let's double check me. But I'm pretty sure the dies will cut out this little spray of flowers. Yep. just like that. Isn't that beautiful? So you can just cut these right out of the paper. That is one of my very favorite things that Stampin' Up! Has started doing over the last few years, is making it so that our paper coordinates with our dies. And these little guys will cut out as well, I'm pretty sure. Gorgeous. Okay, so there's the paper. Now let's get to making our card. And I'm gonna apologize in advance for my dogs barking. I did not lock them up before we got started. So if you hear them barking, I am super sorry. Super, super sorry. You know, fur babies. Sometimes I forget to put them away before we start our live. Okay, now there's no need for you to worry about writing any measurements down because I have made you a free project sheet and it is over on my website. If you go to the link in the description below the video, it'll take you to my website and you can print the free project sheet there. So don't worry about writing these down or trying to figure out the measurements. I have them all written out for you on that project sheet. All right, we're starting with a piece of 5.5 by 9. And we're gonna score at 2 inches and 6 1/4. Using my paper trimmer and my scoring blade to do that. Oh my goodness. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Okay, so we're gonna fold this and use our bone folder to burnish the edges. And then we've got pieces of Night of Navy. Stop it. Oh my gosh, the barking is making me upset. Okay, I shut the door. That should help mitigate some of the noise. I don't even know if you guys could hear it, but I could. Okay, so we've got a piece of Night of Navy that is cut at 2 5/8 by 5 3/8. And we are just gonna use Stampin' Seal Plus to add it. Oh, I cut this wrong. I knew it. Yep. Okay, for whatever reason in my head, because I made multiple cards, I had the measurement 2 7/8 in my head, and so I kept cutting this piece at 2 7/8, and it needs to be 2 5/8. So I did it on that one also. All right, there we go. So back to process here. 2 5/8, which is going to fit beautifully on here, leaving just 1/8 of an inch around the edges. And then we have a piece of 1 7/8 by 5 3/8, Night of Navy. And we're gonna add that to the top, like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead, you know what, no, we're gonna do the paper first. And then this is cut at 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. Just adding a little adhesive on the edges. This is Stampin' Seal Plus, by the way. I love Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm not as big of a fan of the Stampin' Seal, but I love the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's my fave. Okay, so this is cut at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna add that here. And this is just the opposite side of that, which I think is so lovely that Stampin' Up! Does it that way because it allows you to pair your paper beautifully. You know, that's Stampin' Up's strong suit, if you didn't already know that, is the coordination of product. It's one of the reasons I love them so much because I am not very good at putting things together, but they make me look like I know exactly what I'm doing because it's all laid out for you. All right, so I added just a thin strip of glue on each edge there, folded this over, and I'm gluing it down. And this will create a pocket. So we're gonna set this aside and let it dry really well before we move on. This glue is really, really strong adhesive. However, it has to set up. So it's adhesive that's kind of movable, and you can maneuver it for a little bit before it sets up. But once it sets up, it's golden. So that's what I'm allowing to happen there. And we're gonna come in with our dies. Now I wanna show you on this die, because I've already die cut it. This die, when you cut it out, it cuts out a rim like this and an intercircle, oval. So what I did is I cut it twice. I cut it from the basic white, so I would have a white edge, and then I cut it from the Night of Navy. So I ended up with a Night of Navy piece that looks like this, and I just put it in my stash, and I'll use it on a future card. So that's how that cuts. Okay, so we'll just set this piece aside and we'll do our stamping on this piece. We are going to use this sentiment, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." And we have to get out our heat embossing tools. This is my little embossing buddy from the heat embossing add-on kit. It's linked over on my blog if you need it. Such a great kit. And then we've got our, well, come here, you stink pot. Okay, we've got our Versamark ink. We're gonna ink this up really well and eyeball it and stamp it and pray. Please, Lord Jesus, let it be a clean, nice stamp. Amen. And it did. Okay. You know, with Versamark, you never know. All right, so we're gonna grab our white heat embossing powder, which I like to just dump out and have in a container like so. Just makes it easier for me. Now that I have like the funnel and all that stuff, I wouldn't really need this, but I didn't have that. Okay, so here's a little trick I want to show you. Little trick. This left behind, even though I used my embossing buddy, I can see there's a couple dots here of white embossing powder. Get yourself a little bitty brush like this that kind of has a stiff end and just wipe away those little extras. No problem. Because you just don't want those. And like right there is a piece of lint. What in the world? Okay, so now we grab my heat tool and we're gonna heat set this. It's gonna be a little noisy. Usually I like to have my heat tool turned on for a little bit before I use it because it heats up. But when I'm doing lives, I can't really do that because then you would have to be listening to this for a long time. So I get nice and close. If you ever have problems with heat embossing, it might be because you're having your heat tool too far away. So just get nice and close. You're not going to hurt the paper. And you're just going to start melting all of that embossing powder. And then I'm just going to turn it over. And I'm going to emboss from the other side. And I just tilt towards the light to make sure that everything is kind of glossed and heat set. So we're good to go. And this should all be set up now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this oval and lay it on here like so and hold it down. Flip this open and I'm just gonna make a mark on each side and come in with my glue and glue this down. I have the best little glue holder here. It's so cute. If you want one of these, my team member, Sandra Hernandez, makes them and sells them. She has a 3D printer situation. So if you want one of these, there is a link below my video with her email address. She doesn't have a shopping link, which I've told her 100 times to get. So Sandra, if you watch the replay of this, girl, please give these people a shopping link. But anyway, if you email her, you can custom order what you want and she will PayPal invoice you, I think is how she does it. All right. inkstampluv@gmail, I think, is her email address. Okay, so now we're going to add this, but we're just going to use Stampin' Seal. And it's perfect because it's outlined for us where we need to put the Stampin' Seal. And then we'll just add this right into the center. Just like so. Okay, now we got to decorate the insert. Yes, we're not done. We're gonna stamp this little floral, leafy dilly bob. Oh, you know what we should do first? Whoops. Good grief. We better stamp our sentiment first. What if we stamped and didn't have room for our sentiment? That would be bad. So this is saying from all of us. We're gonna stamp right at the top in the center and we're stamping in Night of Navy. All right, now we can stamp our leaves on each side. Oh! Crap. Son of a biscuit eater. I'm trying. This is why you use your Stamparatus. I did this on purpose. Oh, fiddlesticks. Brr. And I can't turn it over because it's an insert. All right. Gosh darn. Let me grab another paper. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be okay. This is me telling myself, Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's do this again. We need to cut a piece of paper at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. There's our insert. Grab our Night of Navy from all of us. Okay. Now, let's do this again. Bump. Bump. There we go. Woohoo! All right. Whew. Lord help her. I just get so excited, you know? All right. Now we've got our soft, succulent Stampin' Blend markers. And I'm not even going to do any shading. I mean, they're so small, right? And I'm going to use the bullet point to just color in my leaves. No big deal. Little coloring action to give this some color, and then our card's going to be finished. And I'm going to show you the samples I have of the other ones. So while I'm coloring, drop in the comments if you have any questions about the starter kit. People always have questions. The main question people ask is do I have to do something? No, you don't. You don't have to. If you want to be a demonstrator, you can be a hobby demonstrator and you just place your orders and get your discount. That's it. Nothing more to it. And people always ask, is there a minimum, like a quarterly minimum? Yes, there is. However, if you join now, you have all the way until March to meet that $300 minimum and stay active. If you don't meet the $300 minimum, who cares? Nothing happens. You just go back to being a customer. It's not a big deal at all. So don't fret. There we go. There's a Christmas. Oh, I gotta add my little, what you calls. Well, where'd them dilly bobbers go? Well, for land's sakes. I had them right here. I'm telling y'all something. There they are. They were buried. These are the little swirly cues. And I want to add a few just to finish things off. I just think they're pretty. They add a little something something. Boop. Oh. I pulled off, I got the sticky thing and pulled the thing right off of it like a goober, a gomer pile. Okay, there we go. All right. There's the card. Finished, beautiful. I love it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas from all of us. And then I thought this would be really cute for a work card, like to give to a boss. Everybody could sign it front and back. And then you would have a cute little work card to give to somebody. Here is exactly the same card, but in a birthday card. Same, look at that. Isn't that cute? Just a little reminder you are loved. So cute. And then I have another sample for you. Or do you want to see another sample? I mean, maybe you're sampled out. I don't know. Here is another sample. This is a Christmas card. From our home to yours, Merry Christmas. And this one, I matted on a piece of polished pink. Now you might be like, that doesn't look like a Christmas card. Well, you know, not all Christmas cards have to be traditional, right? So this is just kind of a fun, different, and this paper right here might kind of look cream to you. It's actually that, I don't know if you can see it, it's glimmer paper. So it's got some shimmer to it. So fun. So those are our cute cards for today. Love them. So cute. Okay. If you have been watching this and you are only interested in the tutorial and you are not interested in visiting and hanging out with us as friends, that is okay. We will forgive you and you are dismissed. If you are my friend and you want to hang out and chat with me, then that's what we're going to do right now. So let's do it. Let me grab my laptop. So I can see your comments. And in one of my last YouTube lives, somebody said, oh, make the camera so we can see your face. Let me just tell you, I don't have the fancy things to do that, okay? I'm sorry, I just don't. The reason I don't is not for any reason except that my internet is not strong enough to support the software required to do all that fancy stuff. So if you watch other YouTubers who have like their hands and then they have their face in it and it's going back and forth and all that fancy schmancy, I would love to have it. I've tried to have it, but that program cannot, my internet cannot support it. So I can't have it. So that's why you're stuck with just seeing my hands. I have two options, my hands or my face, and you need to be able to see what I'm doing down here. So that's how we end up in that scenario. And I just thought I would share that with you, even though you probably didn't really care to know. I wanted you to know. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Getting logged onto my laptop here. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about is I have mystery boxes for sale for 50 bucks. They are stuffed full of product. They're over on my website. There's a link below this video that says mystery boxes. If you click on it, you can shop and get those. It's a medium flat rate box, which usually costs $15 to ship, but I'm only going to charge you $10 to ship it. So $50 for the box, $10 for shipping, 60 bucks, and there's over $150 in product in the boxes. And there are several of them available. So, oh gosh, I'm just realizing I better update the quantity. So you don't know what you're going to get, but it's going to be awesome. And you're going to want to go get those before they're gone, because I have a feeling they won't last. Okay. Comments. Hello in Illinois and Canada, Wisconsin. Yes, so Jean says my sinus infection sounds better. I don't know for sure that I ever had a sinus infection. When I contacted the doctor, they basically said that they no longer treat sinus infections with antibiotics, that they make them run their course. So I don't know for sure if I had one or didn't have one, and it did get better. I still am a little nasally, but it's better every day. I hate getting a head cold. I tell ya, I would rather get sick with the pukies and be sick for 24 hours and have it done and over with than be sick with a head cold that just drags on. I tell ya, because I'm not sick anymore, but you know how that congestion and the coughing just kind of drag on. Okay, hey in Indiana, Deborah hasn't caught me live in a long time. Good to see you here. Where do you find the punch card on your website? You know what? I'm just going to link it for you. Let me go find it. Let me go grab it. I think it's under host code. So. I'm looking. Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, it's not working. Uh-oh. I'm glad you asked that. I'll get it fixed and I'll make sure to link it. That's not good. I'm gonna see if I can find it another way. Okay. Oh. Here is one of them. This will work. I found it. Ready? I'm going to put it in the chat. There you go. Okay. Punch card added to chat. And you can go back a year on that. Hello in Long Beach. Aren't the font is fabulous, isn't it, Joyce? Oh, you're very sweet. Susie says, remember to give Wendy a thumbs up. Son of a nutcracker if you're making a Christmas card. I love it. Hi, everyone. I am here barely. Well, we're glad you're here, Marilyn. Hi, Linda. Try using the putty end to push the bling off the sheet. Works pretty slick. Ooh, that's a great tip, Deb. Thanks. Love the card. I love this set. Love them. You could even put a gift card. Yes, you could. I mean this with love. But hearing the dog collars in the background makes me wonder what kind of jewelry you're wearing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think they were in here. Maybe they were in here for a little bit. They're locked out right now. They were barking. Deborah Norris. Amen, sister. Good afternoon. Wanda. Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Bonnie in Indiana. Hello in Texas. My sound is coming and going. That's interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. There you go, back to the internet. This is why we can't have fancy things. This is why we can't have nice things, people, because I live in the middle of nowhere. So there's that. Okay. I don't see any questions or any other comments coming through. Thank you all for being here. Miss Deborah's not here today. Oh, how is your room reorganization going? Marsha, it is going great. So I have another video kind of come out for you guys this week. It'll either be tomorrow or Friday. Usually it would be Thursday, but I have my YouTube live card class on Friday, on Thursday. So I'm not going to put 2 videos up in the same day. So you'll see an update, part 2. And, yeah, so it's going good, slowly making progress, filming what I'm doing and working on, because it's so important to me to share that with you guys. I used to always separate the in color resin dots from the adhesive till I started using the putty end. That is so smart. I love it. So what Deb is talking about is our take your pick tool. It's got the sticky end here. Ooh, mine's not even sticky anymore because it's been used so much. So you just tear off the end when it's no longer sticky and you twist, and more pushes out the top. And then you got to untwist it so that it backs it off. And then I just do this to kind of tap it down a little and round it out. And these come out so you can you have a spatula, you have a stylus, you have a poker tool, lots of options. I love this thing. And it's only 10 bucks or 11 bucks. It's not very expensive. And it comes with multiple attachments, 2 attachments, I think. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. Don't forget to go get your free project sheet. And if you could do me a favor, when you're on my website, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's always a section on all of my blog posts that says pin it. And if you pin that photo to Pinterest, it helps me because it helps people see my projects, and then it helps them visit my website. So if you could pin that image for me that says pin it, I would really appreciate it. That'd be super helpful. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I loved making these cards. Don't forget, this product is not available until November 1st. And several pieces of it are while supplies last or through January 4th. So I expect this paper to sell out. So you either need to purchase the starter kit and put this whole thing in it if you really want it and love it, or you need to make sure you order right on November 1st so that you get this paper. And you can order the items individually too. You don't have to get the entire collection. I don't think I said that earlier. You can order everything individually in pieces and parts. You don't have to get every piece. You do save 10% if you buy this bundle though. Okay, so I think that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll catch ya next week on November 1st. And I cannot believe we're going into November. Can you all believe we're going into November? I am flabbergasted. So I hope you join me next week and this Thursday for my card class. My card class this Thursday is going to be Christian based. It's, it's Christmas cards, but they are all religious based cards. So if that's not your jam, I totally get it, but that's what they'll be. Yes, this is available for you to view over on my website. So the link is below the video. Click that and just scroll through that whole blog post and it will have everything. It's got the flyer there you can print off. It has all the information I've talked about today, and it's got your free project sheet. So you'll be ready to go. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.